That's scary. I was right inside my house.
A man found shot in a Murray neighborhood dies from his injuries, and police are still looking for the shooter. It happened last night just before 9:30.
Yeah, investigators were back at the scene today looking for any kind of evidence, and that's where we find Sandra Yee with our top story. Sandra, what do you know?
Well, Mike, we just talked to the man who says he found the shooting victim outside this home that's under construction. He says he was riding his bike home from work last night when he saw the man lying over by the wall behind the piles of gravel.
I heard, "Help me, I've been shot," and I immediately stopped. Like, it took me a minute to register what had happened, and I had pretty much called 911 from there.
He says he didn't see anything or anyone, and he says the man didn't really tell him anything. But crime scene investigators, you can see some officers are still here. They have been here all day. Officers have been knocking on neighbors' doors as well as they try to piece together exactly what happened.
I was inside and I heard gunshots.
Melissa Turner says she heard several.
3 or 4.
But at the time, she thought they were just fireworks in her typically quiet neighborhood.
I didn't think anything of it because they always have fireworks in this neighborhood.
About 30 minutes later,
I just came out to smoke and then I seen the cops everywhere.
she realized it was much more serious.
One cop came around this way and then I seen cops down that way and it was blocked off.
Police say around 9:20 last night, a bicyclist heading east on Vine Street heard a man's cries for help.
He had suffered from multiple gunshot wounds.
Police identified that man as 38-year-old Fred Mustaine. They say he'd been shot in the torso.
I think they'd found evidence that he was shot at the residence.
But police say they don't know why he was there or who shot him and why. Those are answers that neighbors like Melissa Turner are anxious to find out.
I want to know if it's somebody from the neighborhood.
Yeah, so there's much more to this investigation. I did search court records that show the victim here, Fred Mustaine, did have a criminal history that includes aggravated robbery and aggravated kidnapping. Back in May, prosecutors also charged him with use or possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of a dangerous weapon by a restricted person, and failure to stop at the command of police. Court records also show that in that case, he was recently admitted into a drug treatment program. Mike, back to you.
Yeah, some information there. Still seems like there's a lot of questions, though. All right, Sandra, thank you. Ashley.